Hello, everyone, and welcome to game number 2. It's the men of Henry Ford College against the men from Muskegon, the Jayhawks and the Hawks. I'd like to welcome you to the streamcast. My name is Jeff Lowe, along with Eric Payton. Eric, tell us about these two teams, both 5 and 4, but like we were talking earlier, this is a different 5 and 4.
Much different. I mean, Muskegon comes in having not played since December the 15th. Henry Ford played last night. We were here. They beat South Suburban Community College out of South Holland, Illinois, right outside of Chicago, and that was the defending national champion, number 2 team in the country in Division II at NJCAA. And so when you have losses to Chipola, when you have losses to Niagara, there's some tough teams on this roster. Anytime, any place, anywhere. That's the motto that Coach Shepard has lived by. And so tonight, this is a win that I think that they need to validate last night's win. So you got to have it.
Absolutely. Muskegon will be in the white, and Henry Ford in the blue unis this afternoon. And when I was talking to the assistant coach, all these games down the stretch here, and this little 3-game stretch they have going on, are very important. South Suburban, Muskegon, and the next one is very important.
Well, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention DeJuan Seal. I mean, he made his debut. This is what Coach Shepard has been talking about in the preseason. And the kid came out, had 28 points. And talking to Coach Shepard, I didn't see him miss a shot. He said he missed 4 or 5. I didn't see it. But nonetheless, 28 points by DeJuan Seal. Let's see if he can keep it up and continue with that intensity that he played with yesterday. He played with a lot of passion, a lot of intensity.
And I know one thing I saw in Coach was a lot of excitement as far as when Seal hit the floor, he knew that he had a special player in Seal.
Well, he knew that when he was sitting in street clothes. I mean, this is a kid that a lot of D1s are going to look at, but his clock is the concern. So it'll be a Division II program for DeJuan. Getting a second opportunity, as I mentioned yesterday, was at Ferris State University. Didn't work out. Was at Macomb. Didn't work out. So he's really getting a third opportunity with Henry Ford, and I think he's going to make the most of it.
We're all set for tip-off here in Memorial Gymnasium. Set to be a good one. And Henry Ford should probably dominate this game, but you never know. You can't take these teams lightly in this division. Henry Ford in the blue, Muskegon in the white. Whistles blow, and the reset is going to be on the clock. So they reset the shot clock to 26 seconds and 19:57 on the game clock. And here we go again. Outside shot. Whoa, watch out. 3-pointer by Jayhawks Lewis.
I love that name, Jayhawks, one of my favorite rappers. Is that his given name? Jayhawks. I've got to be honest, it's the first young man that I've ever seen with that name.
Yeah, my first time too seeing a name like that. And as much basketball that we've done, we've seen a lot of names.
Wow. Jayhawks Lewis. Nice start for Muskegon.
Pass to the basket. That one's coming up here. Here's Seal again at the top, running the point. Kicks it out. Little fella for Muskegon comes away with the rebound. You got your guards going in there. That was Javon Graham. Went up for the rebound for the Jayhawks. First half of play, 3-0 your score. Just starting off in this holiday season. Hope everyone has had a wonderful holiday season. As we wind down and get started for a new year, and there's Javon Graham.
Jarvin Graham with the three, and hey, Henry Ford, hey, wake up. Yesterday was yesterday. Today is today. You gotta play the game.
Muskegon with 2 3-pointers out the gate. And Seal will go to the line and shoot 2.
Nice performance, as we've said so many times. I saw the tweet that went out on social media. I mean, 28 points in your debut here at Henry Ford, and they've been waiting for you. They've been waiting for you to get here, and he was what he was advertised and then some. You just hope the young man continues to play that way. And of course, Coach said he did it in the classroom, which is the most important thing.
That is the most important place to do it, in the classroom, as well as the basketball court. But the classroom is the most important place to do it. And right now, that 3-point line is the most important place for Muskegon.
Yeah, that's Jadakiss. Jadakiss Lewis with another 3. So 3 threes and a free throw. That's been the scoring thus far. And that's Muskegon with the 3 threes. And they have the basketball. 8-point lead in the Rock early on.
Nine to 1 your score. That one's going to be out of bounds and over to Henry Ford. Henry Ford, over 3 minutes here, starting off without a field goal. Only points from the free throw line.
A single point at that. I mean, Henry Ford with that high-octane offense. And
there we go.
Aquarian Cole, with the best kid from Pontiac, was the player of the year in the conference 2 years ago. I distinctly remember when he came over with Schoolcraft during the pandemic-shortened season. And he can sure light it up, I tell you that. Nice basket by Caleb Bates. Another kid that can, once he gets it going. And it seems like Henry Ford's into the game now. Welcome to the party, big fellas.
Yeah. Nine to 7. Just that quick. Doesn't take long. Nice entry pass.
Hey, Jadakiss has 8 of his team's 11 points.
Great pass by Nash. Going inside to Bates. Bates working that low box. Turn around, it's good. 4 points for Bates. Three-point attempt way off the mark. And that's going to go out of bounds and over to Henry Ford. Ryan Hill checking into the game right now.
And it is fair to say that Henry Ford is off to a slow start, which is uncustomary for this group. They usually shoot it coming coming out the locker room, even between at halftime and in between, games. Of course, they're warming up, but halftime of the women's game, they're out here shooting around. These guys are gym rats.
Back behind that three-point line. Again, oh, nice job with the steal. And Cole with the block.
Seal, hardest working man in show business, boy, I tell you. Took all of the bumps. You saw him on the wing. I thought he may try to go up and dunk the ball, but in traffic, he does it flawlessly. Takes the bumps and at the line for an old school and one try. Good hustle.
Good hustle. We're all tied up at 11 right now.
I can't say it enough. Ron Hill and DeJuan Seal played together at Detroit Pershing High School, and I mean, it's been 4 years. Their class has graduated, but they get that opportunity here in Division II. Got an extended clock.
Inside and find himself wide open underneath the basket, but can't finish. That's number 20. And we don't, is that number 20? Yeah, number 20. We don't seem to have his name. Let's see. Oh, that's right. That's Jacob May. Cole on the outside. It's good.
Wow. I mean, in my younger days, I couldn't shoot it like that. Now that I'm older, I know I can't shoot it like that. It flows off his fingertips so easily. Cole getting some looks from some Division I programs, including Oakland. Oakland, of course, Oakland University plays in that Horizon League. Could use a scorer like him.
Oh, yeah. Use a scorer like him also. Seal with the turnaround.
And just like that 9-1 lead that Muskegon had, thanks to a 15-2 run, it's now 16-11 Henry Ford. And, comparatively speaking, the schedules. You look on Muskegon's schedule, you see a lot of JVs, Calvin's JV. Some of the other schools in that area, they have JVs that they've played against. Conversely, you look at Henry Ford's schedule, and it's some of the top teams in the nation. And it's just, hey, that 5-4 record is very deceiving for Henry Ford. They are playing in November and December for March. You got to be ready.
Got to be ready.
And the way you get ready is you play the toughest teams in the country.
And that's exactly what Henry Ford has been doing. And it's been showing up, too, on the floor. As this team has been improving game by game, offensively and defensively. Three-point shot attempt from way outside. Vern Nash. Cole from outside. George with the rebound. George to the basket. That's blocked. Going up high to get it, number 22, Fortney. Bates in the paint, turnaround jumper, good.
The offensive end of the court is never an issue for the Hawks. They got 10 guys who are capable of going off at any time.
Graham was showing some athleticism as he went up with his right and shot it with his left, but he couldn't get that one to go. 18-14 your score. Substitutions into the game right now. George, number 2, checks in. The referees got it all worked out. Ronnie Hill with the rebound. And pushing it. Robinson. Mike Robinson going to the basket hard and drawing the foul.
These guys attack the rim. I think Coach pretty much runs four out, which is getting 4 guys on the outside, and the primary ball handler has the ball to drive and dish. They do a lot of that drive and dish that Romulus used to run. Nate Oates runs it at Alabama. Dribble drive stuff all day long. And you can do that when you have a team that's active, that can shoot it and penetrate and get to the basket.
May missed everything on that last shot. Gibbs running the point, looking for baseline. Finding Hill on the outside. Hill hit the side of the rim with that last shot. And here comes Muskegon. Cole in the open floor. Cole to the basket. Nice move by Cole.
Like I said, guys have 20 packs in their pockets coming into the gym. That means they can get 20 at any time, and he's one of them. Quarian Cole, a transfer from Schoolcraft College.
8 points for Cole right now. And over the back foul, and that was Harris committing the foul. Fortney now checks back into the game for Henry Ford, along with Tyler Mack. (11-16) here in the first half. Ryan Hill, another doughboy, little turnaround jumper. Fortney.
Clean up the mess. That's what we were talking about in the women's game, just having that energy, that zest, that passion. It pays off.
Ryan Hill has got his hands on that one. Knocked it away. Good defensive job by Hill.
Ryan Hill is one of 9 children. And I know both of his parents, and they are extremely happy to have an empty nest. As the last young person graduated from high school last year. And I'm saying, wow, we had 5. I don't know what you do with 8 other siblings. But the Hill family's managed to do it, and they're really tight. I'm surprised I don't see dad or mom or any of the siblings in the stands, but they're usually here.
That was Grant with that last shot for Muskegon. Hill from outside, no good. May comes away with the rebound. Three-point shot, no good, way off the mark. That was George with that last shot. Gibbs, short jumper. Robinson's there to put it back up and in. Couldn't find the mark. Tyler Mack from the corner, it's good.
Wow. When Tyler Mack's hitting threes, that's bad news for the opponent. These guys, they hoist threes and they make threes like they're layups. In my dreams.
10-point lead for Henry Ford. Ronnie Hill called with the foul. He thought he had made his steal without committing it. And, you can see the frustration on his face after that one. Good hard foul by Robinson. I'm going to give this one a go. Manciu. Am I? Manciu. At the line, shooting 2.
No, that's Vern Nash at
Vernon
the line.
Nash. Oh, I'm sorry. Nash missing the first. Making the second. Jadakiss Lewis checking back in for the Jayhawks. 26-17, 9:31 here in the first half of play.
Seal back in for the Hawks, replacing Ronnie Hill. And the good thing about Seal, he can play 3-4 positions for you on the floor.
9 on the shot clock. Seal pulling up for the jumper. That's saved. You hear him counting down that shot clock. And Muskegon comes away with the loose ball after the turnover. Turnaround jumper, no good. Henry Ford wants to run. Seal with a step back. In and out. Robinson going up high.
I don't care who you are, you don't want to commit fouls in the backcourt. Once that rebound's there, maybe you contest it, but you don't want to commit a silly reach in.
(26-17) your score. Henry Ford with the lead. Muskegon with the ball. Short jumper, no good. The tip is good by Logan. Help me out.
Manciu.
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 Right back at Manciu.
Manciu. So 4 quick points by Manciu. And it's a 26-21 lead for Henry Ford. Gibbs looking for the pick. Bates for 3.
Yeah, they're doing it with ease. I mean, they got the motor running.
Missing a couple players for Henry Ford. I don't see Curtis Jackson today. One of the leaders on this Henry Ford team.
Yeah, I don't see him on the bench either. And it makes a difference because he's a guy that, runs the show. I mean, he did a great job yesterday in doing that. Even in the loss to Niagara over here during the holiday, he played well. I mean, I'm just impressed with the personnel that Coach Shepard and Coach Payne, the assistant coach, have put together here. These guys know that once you leave here, you're going to be prepared to go anywhere in the country. And that's a testament to the head coach and the assistant coaches here in Henry Ford.
And that is absolutely right, and that's based on the past performances of some of the ball players that have come through the doors of Henry Ford. So have now gone on to universities like Central Michigan and other colleges locally, and they're doing well. .32 remaining here in the first half of play. Hawks with the lead. Step back, drawing nothing but iron. Little guy Gibbs went up for the rebound. We'll give him credit for that. Seal to the basket.
Does he ever run out of energy? Talking about DeJuan Seal. I mean,
Right.
It's a perpetual motion. This is, we said it. I've said it once, and I'll say it 20 more times before the season ends. This is what Coach Shepherd wanted. A guy that brings all those great intangibles and can get buckets and play defense.
And someone with that kind of motor can always keep you in it at any point in the game.
Well, he's gonna win his matchup 9 times out of 10, and you get him to defend the way you like at a high level. That sparks the team. He can make a play defensively, get a steal and a breakaway dunk, and you're off and running like yesterday when he had the dunk. It just took them to a whole nother level. Took the Hawks to another level.
30-21, favor of the Hawks. Jadakiss Lewis trying to go baseline and loses the ball out of bounds. I thought it went off of one of the Henry Ford players. Yeah, it did go off one of the Henry Ford players. Seal was out, ready to take the ball out. Antio from outside, no good. Now it's Seal with the rebound and the putback.
Muskegon is playing really good defense. I mean, they are doing I think a pretty good job of staying in front of people, being scrappy on the ball.
Bates from outside.
When you got a big man that can go down and shoot a three-point basket, wow.
13 points for Bates right now.
They haven't broken a sweat. They were down early, 8 points. And from then, I think they've just kind of put on the Jets and played pretty smooth.
Kind of like flip the switch.
Yes. It's the luxury of having a deep, talent-laden roster. Here's a combination I have not seen on the floor for Henry Ford. Bates, Mack, Seal, Gibbs, and Cole. Tyler Mack.
It's Gibbs from way outside.
Yeah, they put Tyler Mack in the middle, but here's a guy who he's proven he can shoot the three. So that means all 5 of these young men that's on the floor, Mack, Gibbs, Cole, Seal, and Bates, they can all hoist it from that arc. That's a problem if you're trying to defend them.
Nash for 3. 7 points for Nash.
My goodness.
Did he call glass on that one?
Holiday banking hours, man. Cold.
Quickly the other way and get in the roll is number 20, Jacob May. Count the bucket as May went up on the reverse. Big fella for Muskegon. He'll go to the line. He'll have one shot. The three-point play the old-fashioned way.
And I didn't see Cole. I didn't notice the foul. I thought he breezed by him. So it's kind of a touch foul, but they called it nonetheless.
Gibbs from outside, no good. Seal showing that he has some ups right there. Battling the bigs in the paint. And he'll go to the line and get 2 shots. Hits the first.
Double-digit lead. You're cruising along. Wow. I mean, just
misses the second. 7 points for Seal. Quickly the other way. Little point guard and Graham driving hard to the basket. This Muskegon team not afraid to go inside. They've been doing a lot of their work from the outside this afternoon, but they have taken the ball inside when the opportunity exists. .452 remaining here in the first half. Count the free throws. 7 points for the little man. Skip pass. Cole from outside is good.
doesn't matter what side of the floor he's on. And a couple games back, I mentioned the fact that they were not getting to the basketball. He's got to touch it early. If he touches it early and hits his first shot, watch out. If he doesn't, could make for a long, long night. It's in Henry Ford's best interest that DeQuarion Cole touches the basketball.
Gibbs going hard to the basket. And is fouled by Graham. And Gibbs will get 2 free throws. You noticed, you said it earlier, different rotations for this Henry Ford team. Experimenting with different guys running the point, because the other day Gibbs, he didn't play a whole lot, but today he's getting some quality minutes.
Here's a young man that started off at Eastern Michigan University, so he's got some Division I in his blood. You got so many different stories on this roster, and the issue becomes later on when you want to, get the rotation down to the 8 kids that you trust, that you know can win the game. But it's going to be a tough. I hate to be Coach Shepard when you start to think about championship minutes and things of that sort, because this team is talent laden, and they got kids young men who have been all over this country.
And normally, especially on this level of basketball, what do you think is probably a time when a coach really finds out when his really best rotation is?
Right around now, before you start the conference play. Played enough non-league competition, particularly in this current situation with Henry Ford. I mean, these young men have played some tough games all over the country, come home and play some tough teams over the holiday. If this doesn't cut your teeth, so to speak, and let you evaluate your talent, I don't know what does.
Turnover right there by Henry Ford, quickly down the other way. And in the paint for the rebound, as Muskegon is trying to get back into this one. 42-29 your score. 3:27 remaining in the first half.
I mean, you try zones, and Henry Ford's able to attack the creases and the seams of a zone and get easy layups. I mean, That could be demoralizing.
Well, you get the layup or get the foul, and you go to the line and make them pay.
It could be demoralizing for Muskegon. I mean, I don't know what else can be said. I mean, they've done it consistently, particularly during this Christmas break time. Teams have tried the 2-3 zone, and Henry Ford's used a nice 1-3-1 or just attacking those creases to get good shot attempts up.
Kick back out to Gibbs. Gibbs, short jumper, in and out. And Harris comes away with the rebound for Muskegon. 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Back outside, nice little move right there. The little guy, Nash, still handling the ball. Reverse layup by Nash.
Hey, after all of this, they're still, Muskegon's only down 12. And that says a lot for their hustle, their determination, and their ability to just not panic. And this kid hasn't stopped.
Jadakiss Lewis.
Jadakiss Lewis has got to be in double figures.
Ten points for Lewis. Big rebound right there. Quickly down the floor. Spot up three. It's good. Nash for three. 12 points for Nash. Robinson with the turnaround.
Wow.
Lewis.
They haven't stopped playing. And this is now a 9-0 run.
13 points for Lewis.
They cut a 14-point lead down to 5, less than 2 minutes left in a half. And Henry Ford, you know, they played real smooth and real cool. They've got to turn it up a notch.
That's the guy that can do it. Seal with the shot right there. Nice drive, no foul call. Nice look inside. Still losing the handle of it. Under a minute. Nice pass and a nice layup by Graham. $18 on the shot clock. 30 on the game clock. That's the travel.
Hey, just a few minutes ago, it was 43-29 Henry Ford. Thanks to an 11-2 run, it's 45-40.
Muskegon has turned this into a very close game just before halftime here. They got the run they needed. Looking for the last shot right here.
What they say about hard work, it beats talent all the time.
You're absolutely right.
And Henry Ford, don't get me wrong, they work hard. But my goodness, man, Muskegon is got to be shooting the ball over 60%. The shots are falling. They're playing hard. Wow.
Tate Steen is at the line, shooting 2. With both teams in the bonus with only 14 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. A little sweat on the floor.
And a chance to cut it to 3, and that's a victory for Muskegon, despite what the scoreboard says, because this is coming into this thing. You know, the 5 and 4 was deceiving.
Sting hits them both. 45-42. Three seconds remaining in the half. Final shot is no good. Whistles blow. Looks like they're going to trying to sort out what's happening here.
Said he was out of bounds. Said his foot was out of bounds.
Okay, stepped out of bounds.
So
Foot
they
on the line.
added 2.1.
2.1 on the clock. Actually, it's 2 on the clock, but they'll hold it for like a half second. Oh, there we go. That's going to do it for the first half of play. 45-42 in favor of your Henry Ford Hawks. Wow. This first half, unexpected, but very good first half play by the Muskegon Jayhawks to only be down by 3.
Well, I mean, 43-29 if you just a blink of an eye ago. And now look, I mean, it's it's a 3-point game. I mean, a 14-point lead evaporates on this level, like I said, on a 50-degree day with snow on the ground. It disappears.
Yes.
And you have to be ready to play at all times. And I'm sure Henry Ford's going to come back with some spark. But you have to think about yesterday. How much is yesterday's win lingered into today? I mean, that's yesterday, but your body, I mean, what about your legs? What about all these things?
That's
right. You just got to really take that into account. But, hey, the second half is all about coming out doing what you need to do to get the dub. You know, it doesn't have to be a 20-point win. You just need to, hey, continue to add on the scoreboard, and when the thing hits triple zeros, hope that in the next 20 minutes you got enough to get your 6th win of the year.
It's halftime. The score is 45-42. We'll be right back with more basketball after this. Welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium. Your halftime score, 45-42. And Eric Pate, what about that first half? We thought that Henry Ford got off to a very good start in this game, but Muskegon said, nope, wait a minute, reeled them back in.
Well, it's a great start and kind of a smooth way to go during the first half, but it was 43-29, and Muskegon goes on a 13-2 run. All of a sudden, you got a basketball game going on. So Henry Ford's got to press the accelerator, get back to what they were doing, and don't let this team hang around, because that's when it gets dangerous. With 5 minutes left to go, if a team is down less than 10, they got a chance. And you don't want this team to have a chance, because they can mess around and steal it. And you don't want that to spoil your holiday.
Right.
Because you're going to have some time off. You want a nice taste in your mouth.
Your leading scorers in that first half, you had Bates with 13, Cole with 14, and Seal with 9 for Henry Ford. And for Muskegon, you had Nash with 12, Lewis with 13, and Graham with 9. All set to start the second half of play. Cole looking for the alley-oop. Got caught underneath. And Henry Ford opens the second half with a dunk by Bates.
And that always energizes the group. And Henry Ford's got their starters out there, and this is what they do.
Bates again. Had that one blocked by the smallest man on the floor, Graham. It's got to be every bit of 5'9".
Yeah, and someone didn't get Jarvin Graham and Jadakiss Lewis the memo that you should be very afraid of Henry Ford College when you come down and play them at home.
Graham commits the foul, and Bates will go to the line. Misses the first. And misses the second. That will go out of bounds in favor of Muskegon.
Maybe Cole gets going again and gets some extended minutes. Maybe Seal gets going.
Bates from outside.
Maybe Bates gets going. But I'm telling you, 5 guys that can all shoot it from anywhere on the floor.
Bates just spotted up from 3, knocked down a big one. This could be a 4-point play.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
That one goes in and out. Bates had 13 unofficially in the first half. It's giving him 16 points. Inside, good job. Good movement that time by Muskegon. Harris with 2 points.
They haven't blinked. Muskegon is up for the challenge, man.
Quarry and Cole going to the basket hard. Good follow that time by Fortney.
Haven't heard his name a lot, but
only 4 points for Fortney.
Trust me, as you well know, they can get this thing cranked.
Didn't move to the basket that time. That was Vern Nash. He had 12 points in the first half, his first 2 of the second.
They got some small guys with some big hearts. I mean, they are just not running away.
Turns that one over.
See, as this game gets closer and closer, Henry Ford guys may, start saying something to each other. Hey, get me the ball, or this, that, and the third, and you never can tell.
Bates that time got called for the foul to push in the back. 52-46. Henry Ford has pretty much maintained the lead throughout this game. Long shot outside. Seal goes way up for the rebound. Looking down the floor. Good job in the open floor. Trying to go behind the back. The little guy.
Wow. 5'7" and can dunk.
Graham.
They're boxing out down there, too. I mean, Jeff, Henry Ford is getting 1 shot attempt per possession. Wow.
Graham with a little jump hook shot that time. Being called for the foul is Harris. Jacob May checking in for Harris. Bates going hard down the baseline. And Jacob Mays there to meet him, but commits the foul.
Coach Shepard said it. I mean, I've got some dogs. I mean, Chris Shepard loves talking about his team, but he said this is the best group that he's had because he's got some guys that play aggressively. They're not afraid. And each and every one of them, I mean, they come in with the intention of, hey, any place, anytime, anywhere. And they're not afraid. But Muskegon hasn't blinked today.
It's going to be a timeout called by Muskegon. And you're right, Muskegon has not blinked. Because Muskegon has climbed right back into this ball game. Both coaches, and if you haven't watched this level of junior college or small college basketball, you're tuning in for the first time online with us, you know, you have caught a treat, a holiday treat, because this is some very good basketball that you're watching.
Well, I thought yesterday was really a highlight.
Yes.
I mean, to see South Suburban, you know, they're as good as advertised, but so is Henry Ford.
Mm-hmm.
And for them to come in and play as competitively as they did, that's hats off to both coaches. And Coach Shepard in particular to schedule the teams that he's played. Losses to only those folks who are in the top 10. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's huge. It speaks volumes of what he's trying to build here at Henry Ford College.
Right. And that's major. And that's, you know, when you want to turn the corner on with your program, that's what you have to do. 54-48. Henry Ford with the lead here early in the second half.
Well, Jeff, back to what you were saying. everybody on this level doesn't want to stay on this level. And I know that Coach Shepard is very ambitious. So in order to get there, you got to play the tough teams and beat them. We said that yesterday. And today is just as important as yesterday, because if you lose today, it just doesn't validate what you did. And there's Cole responding. You got to win these kind of games. It's not like they're easy games. No game is easy on this level, but you beat the top team. You shouldn't have the theory is you shouldn't have a problem with these guys.
That's the theory, but it's not always the case.
Yeah, Vincennes, Tallahassee, Chipola, Niagara, South Suburban, these are all teams that are always in the top 10, and Henry Ford has faced them.
Three-point shot, Rainbow way off the mark there, really high, but drawing nothing but air. Seal with a nice drive to the basket.
Division I and Division II coaches are always looking for guys who that are self-starters, that have motors. You hear that term occasionally in sports. And DeJuan Seal has that motor.
And Sieg has put his first points up. Actually, his fourth point up. Pardon me.
Quarian Cole has found his range.
Yes, he has. To the tune of 18 points. Unofficially.
Just going back to the schedule, I mean, it's just been so impressive. Played Terra State here back on November the 9th. Seems like eons ago. Then they went on the road at Vincennes, at Tallahassee, and they played Chipola at the Tallahassee Community College tournament. I bet you that was some tournament. Get all those great teams down there. And let's face it, Muskegon is on the other side of the state. You're going to play them when you get into the tournament, if they win their conference. But you're not going to be tested unless you reach out and play Niagara County South Suburban like they have. So it's a good test, good holiday season, good scheduling. And, you talked about the grade point average. It's a cumulative grade point average of 3.0. So, those are things to really be excited about Henry Ford College men's basketball.
And the thing is, eventually you might see one of these teams again in the very near future when it comes down to tournament time. Outside shot, no good. Seal with the rebound, quickly down the floor. Seal has that one stolen. Whoo! I tell you, it's a three-pointer by Jada Kiss Lewis.
Can't leave them open. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Closing out is a drill that I think mostly every college player knows and needs to do more often. You can't just let people just spot up in three on this level, because there's a lot of shooting guns and just a lot of guys that practice that shot at this level, and they can shoot it like it's a layup.
Quickly up the floor. From the corner, it's good. And that's Tyler Mack.
They got Each one of these guys that's on the floor right now, they have a stroke.
6 points for Tyler Mack. 12:49 on the clock. Cole way up for the rebound.
And the truth of the matter is, I don't think Muskegon wants to go shot for shot from 3 with Henry Ford.
Fortney doing some inside work. And wisely, Muskegon slows it up a little bit, gets into their half-court set. 67-58. Three-point rolls in and out. It's going to be Henry Ford's ball underneath. Hill from outside, no good.
Yeah, he's had some problems today from 3. Sometimes your head fake into the hole can get you going.
Nash running the offense for Muskegon. Nash thought he had a mismatch with the big on him on the outside, and whistles blow. And a foul called on Hill. Good ball movement by Muskegon. Harris with the two-point shot.
They're staying in striking distance. I'm talking about the Jayhawks, man. They're not letting this thing get away from them.
Tyler Mack from way outside.
And Henry Ford has relied
solely
on. That was double dribble. And that the official let it go on. He took about 3 or 4 more steps down the floor. That was a late whistle on a double dribble. I've never seen that. But, you know, Henry Ford is kind of playing in spurts. They hit a bunch of threes. You know, then you see Muskegon miss some shots, and then they raise the lead double digits or close to double digits. And then Muskegon comes back with some efficient shooting and some stops. Something's got to give here coming up on 10 minutes.
Gibbs from outside. It's only a 7-point lead, and the whistles blow, and I think that's going to go against Henry Ford, and that's going to go against Cole over the back.
67-60 with a chance for Muskegon to cut Henry Ford's lead down to either 5 with a 2 or 4 with a 3.
I'll bring it back out to reset it. Looking for Lewis. Free throw line extension is good. That's Harris for 2. 6 points for Harris. Gibbs from outside for 3. 5 points for Gibbs. 70-62 your score. Harris had that one blocked. Up quickly to Robinson. Almost got it stolen away. Looking for some help. Gibbs showing some up. It's the little man.
The way they move this ball around, it is, I mean, they get the ball to their open teammate, Henry Ford. But on that one now, hey, wait a minute. You just got that taken away from you. Michael Robinson, man, you got to eat your Wheaties on that because 23, Luke Mitchell fought for it, and this is what I mean. Muskegon, they're not intimidated. They're under 10 minutes. You're under 10 points. Henry Ford has an 8-point lead. Hey, Muskegon's fine. And Henry Ford is fine as long as they can sustain this. You can't have a drought. You have a drought, and you have situations where you're getting the ball taken from you underneath. I mean, hey, you got to stay on your P's and Q's.
And this is where you can't take ill-advised shots either. I mean, those three-point shots, you might have to go inside and get a little closer to the basket and get some twos instead of threes.
Yeah, I don't quite understand why, they're hitting those shots. They're hitting those three-point shots, but I would like to see a little bit more execution from the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Now they may be working. The strategy may be, hey, under 10 minutes, let's go a couple more minutes, and then let's start working this clock for good shots that are time-consuming. Make a move within, the last 5-7 minutes, 5 to 7 seconds of the shot clock.
9:19 remaining in this one. 72-64 your score. I'm Jeff Lowe along with Eric Pate bringing you all the action on the Henry Ford streaming network. Henry Ford men's basketball. Future driven. Henry Ford. Cole losing it off his foot. And Harris Hill with the turnover. No-look pass, and the Hill is good.
That's what I mean. That these guys are very unselfish. Very unselfish in making things happen. That's what I love about the Hawks. They work together well.
Good pass underneath. They pull it back out. 4 on the shot clock. And the rebound, snatched away. Snatched away from Mancini.
This tempo has been brisk. I wouldn't say totally fast-paced, but it's been constant. It's been up and down. It's been really nice pace.
Yes. 7:59. Only a 10-point lead for Henry Ford. Muskegon finding themselves very much into this one. Couple of key buckets to make this look very different. Short jumper is good.
Wow.
Harris, 8 points for Harris.
Kid from Farmington High School.
74-66.
They are not going away, man. Muskegon is not following the script. Ronnie Hill been doing that for a long time, man. Ron shoots it.
Hill got a hand on that one. Muskegon very patient. Harris again. Cole with the rebound. Gibbs looking for some contact. The foul's going to be on number 22. That's Steen. Coming into the game is May, number 20.
Yeah, May and Harris have been platooning all night, and it's been effective. They bring a physical presence to the game. and they play tough. And Muskegon has played tough, but Henry Ford has been active, and that's what we mean about the energy, the passion, the zest that you have to have. Stay in the game, hustle. You could never worry about Henry Ford College and the effort that they bring. And that's what Coach Shepard told me in the pregame. He said, no matter what, our guys are going to play hard and they're going to go to class.
Only a 10-point lead for Henry Ford right now. And 6:45 remaining in this one. And Muskegon just will not go away. Cole from outside is good.
Wow.
Looked like that went off the hands of Mancini. Oh, good job by Hill with the steal behind the back to Cole, but he couldn't finish the dunk. Bates got his hands on it, and it's called for the offensive foul.
Wow, that was about as exciting as it can get right there, but to come up with nothing. Nice pass by Hill, just couldn't. Caleb Bates, man, he would have brought the house down.
Yes.
But he missed the dunk, so 14-point lead.
Up and under. That's that man again, Lewis, Jada Kiss Lewis with a kiss off the glass.
Wow, nice move. And they're going right at Henry Ford.
Seal from outside, no good. Gibbs.
Ball bounces the right way, and they know how to finish these Hawks.
Circus, he's feeling the contact, still going up strong with it. Might have got injured on the play. Bates looking to go to the basket. Bates going up strong.
He could do that all night if he wanted to. I mean, he could muscle them and bully ball all day and get layups, but these guys shoot these threes like it's a layup.
"19 points for Bates unofficially. 4:41 remaining in this contest. Side to May. Baseline, almost a travel, got away with it. Cole with the rebounds, quickly up to Gibbs. Gibbs for the three-pointers, good.
Wow.
Marcus Gibbs stopped at the three-point line and just let that one go.
Jeff, when they're hitting shots like that, I mean, 87-70 now, because they are making they're not working hard, the Hawks, in their half-court sets on their offensive possessions, because they're getting and hitting 3-point shots. It makes it so much easier when that happens.
Yes, especially when they're going down and falling down like that. And they're knocking them down. It's hard to stop them. 4:24 remaining in the contest and an 87-70 lead for the Hawks. Still a lot of time remaining. The Jayhawks just won't go away, though.
Yeah, they're not going away, but you can put them away.
You put them away.
You put them away with hitting shots like they have. You remember now, Jeff, this was a 5-point game, a 4-point game, and now it's a 17-point game. And you're in pretty good shape right now with 4:24 left. Now's the time to run your offense and chew up some of this clock and get some highly efficient shots up, layups, high percentage shots, floaters around the rim, anything around the rim. But they're hitting these threes like guys hit free throws. So it's a pretty tough go for Muskegon if they're going to try to come back. That's what I'm trying to say.
Let's see how Muskegon attacks it. May battling for the rebound. But a good job by Bates. Comes the full court pressure.
I'm surprised that Muskegon has not pressured Henry Ford throughout the game.
Bates has had a very good game. He's been finding those loose balls and rebounding and commanding the inside for Henry Ford. May from outside. Only 4 points for May. Gibbs.
Now it's a 19-point lead, and Muskegon's Community College has got to play fast. They got to do it fast. Whatever they're going to do, it's got to happen, and it's got to happen fast.
That was blocked by Cole. May comes down with the rebound and wants to run.
A little out of control by Gibbs. He's normally not that way. He doesn't have to handle the ball that much.
Nash for three. Now Henry Ford wants to take a 20-second timeout.
Because now you got 2:50 left. You're up 16. You have the ball. Run the clock. It's 30 seconds. So if you do the math, it's about, if you run the clock all the way down, you have about 8-9 possessions. 30 goes into what? I mean, let's think about it. You don't even have that many possessions.
Right.
You got about 6. So all you got to do is work the clock.
Don't rush, like you said. Just keep it simple.
And I can guarantee you somebody's going to come out of the huddle and they're going to shoot a 3. Because this generation does that a lot, no matter what the coach says. It drives coaches crazy. They start getting.
It could drive analysts crazy.
Well, hey,
too.
it's all right with me, because I'm doing this for the love and the passion and the money.
Oh yeah.
But if you're the coach, seriously, Coach Shepard's probably told them, hey, let's work this clock.
Okay, you got 24 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see at what point they shoot this ball. Not in a rush. That's a good sign. Gibbs.
Pick and roll.
On the outside. Over to Robinson, looking for the inside to Colvin. They shot it with 2 seconds on the clock. Good job offensively, even though they didn't make the shot. But they ate up some time.
You got to finish. It's everything you wanted except for the make. Now, if you're Muskegon, you got to go faster.
And you got to hit a few of those.
Now it's looking dire for Muskegon, and Henry Ford can just, you got in the right guy's hand. Ronnie Hill has it. You got some guys who haven't played all day.
Hill from
Ronnie,
outside.
what are you doing?
That was one of your shots. That's right. He is a Persian doughboy.
Yeah, he knows. He should know better than that now. You're up 16. Now it's under 2 minutes.
Turnover by Muskegon. Let's see how Ronnie Hill handles it this time. Only a minute 39.
There is no rush.
No rush.
I think they wanted Ricardo Coven to get in the books, but not to be on those last two possessions. Now it's down to 14, but
Vern Nash, the last layup. Gibbs. The bank is open. Approaching the 1 minute mark. Nash, it's good.
and Muskegon's not really pressuring the ball. I think they may have said, hey, it's about over. They still got to play now. The shot clock is still ticking.
It's going to go off the foot of one of the Jayhawks. Got 8 seconds on the shot clock, 30 seconds on the game clock. 93-79 lead by Henry Ford.
Now they don't have to shoot it. The clock's off, and they're going to get another dub here.
Officials are going to put 20 seconds on the shot clock. .24 on the game clock.
Well, I guess we can start thinking about New Year's plans.
Yes.
Anything spectacular?
Just to stay safe. Nothing too spectacular.
What about the college football playoffs that are going to happen tomorrow?
I hope the Lions make the playoffs.
Oh, come on, man. We're talking about college football playoffs, man. Georgia in a rout, and Michigan in a. I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think. Michigan will beat TCU,
yes.
and the Lions aren't making the playoffs. That ended last week. All right.
Hey, your final score, 93-79. Happy New Year to everyone. And Eric, pick your final thoughts on this.
Hey, this was a workman-type effort. 93 points, and they put it up with ease there if you really stop and think about it. 92 last night, 93 tonight. That's 92 and a half in 2 games. Not bad.
Now, hey, great way to end the year for Henry Ford.
Oh, without question, and looking forward to what they're going to do in the conference.
Hey, make sure you stay safe. Happy New Year to you, brother.
Same to you.
All right. Happy New Year to all that are watching and viewing here on the Henry Ford Sports Network. My name is Jeff Lowe, and for Eric Pate, we bid you a farewell and a Happy New Year. Take care, folks.